Magandang araw! I hope everyone who's watching this video is safe, healthy, and happy. Now, in this presentation, we shall discuss about the rule of replacement. So, our objectives are to define and describe the rule of replacement and give examples of the same. Now, if any part of a compound statement is replaced by an expression that is logically equivalent to the part replaced, the truth value of the resulting statement is the same as that of the original statement. Now, this is what we call the rule of replacement, or sometimes called the principle of extensionality. So, for example, you have two compound statements, no? Then you will try to get the truth value of the compound statements. If you construct truth tables, you will notice that the truth value row Y, so that is per row, bawat row ng dalawang statements na yun ay parehong-pareho, identical. So, ibig sabihin, yung isang statement, pwede mong ipalit dun sa kabilang statement in any argument and vice versa. So, yun ang ibig sabihin ng pagiging logically equivalent. So, two statements are logically equivalent if they have the same truth values. No? So, identical yung mga truth values nila. So, the rule of replacement permits us to infer from any statement the result of replacing all or part of that statement by any other statement logically equivalent to the part replaced. Dahil nga pareho sila ng truth values, therefore, bawat isa sa kanila ay pwedeng palitan nung isa, no? So, kunwari, meron kang statements A and B. Since pareho yung truth values ng statement A and B, in any argument which contains B, pwede mo siyang palitan ng statement A and vice versa. So, yun yung prinsipyo ng rule of replacement. So, yung mga ibibigay nating ditong rule of replacement, proven na logically equivalent sila. Ngayon, kung gusto nyo alamin on your own, pwede naman kayong mag-construct ng truth tables and determine if indeed they are logically equivalent, meaning they have the same truth values, row Y. So, that is per row. Okay? So, we have 10 rules of, 10 statements, which are called the rules of replacement, starting off with the De Morgan. So, kung makikita nyo, if and only if yung mga statements natin, ibig sabihin, yung statement sa kaliwa ay pwedeng palitan yung statement sa kanan and vice versa. So, again, we have De Morgan's theorem. So, we have the negation of P and Q is logically equivalent to the disjunction of not P and not Q, no? Again. So, we have the negation of P and Q that is logically equivalent to not P or not Q, no? So, kung mapapansin nyo, conjunction siya, tapos naging disjunction, pero disjunction ng dalawang negation. And then we have not P or Q is logically equivalent to not P and not Q. So, ngayon naman nagkabaliktad, no? Yung negation ng disjunction, naging conjunction ng dalawang negation. Okay, so that's De Morgan's. And then we have commutation, which is very similar to commutative property. So, if we have P or Q, that is logically equivalent to Q or P. So, babaliktarin mo lang yung order. Similarly, if we have P and Q, that is logically equivalent to Q and P. So, that's commutation. And then we have association, which is analogous to associative property. So, babaguhin mo lang yung order, no, ng mga variable. So, if we have P or quantity Q or R, that is logically equivalent to quantity P or Q or R. We also have P and quantity Q and R being logically equivalent to quantity P and Q and R. So, again, maiiba lang yung groupings, no? So, bawat isa dyan, pwedeng palitan yung kabila. And then we have distribution. So, similar to distributive property. So, if we have P and Q or R, that is logically equivalent to P and Q or P and R. So, i-distribute, no, kung mapapansin nyo, i-distribute nyo yung P sa Q. So, you have P and Q. And then, this connective now will be the primary operation. And then, P and R. So, you have P and Q or P and R. Similarly, if you have P or Q and R, so you have now P or Q and P or R. So you have P or Q and P or R. So that's distribution. Number 5, we have double negation. So the simplest one. So P is logically equivalent to not P. And then we have transposition. So we have, if we have the conditional P implies Q, that is logically equivalent to not Q implies not P. No? So pagbabalik-tarin mo yung consequent, no? Yung premise saka yung consequent, pero lalagyan mo ng negation. So sa conditionals natin, siya ay yung contrapositive, no? Yung contrapositive. Then we have material implication, where we have P implies Q, that is logically equivalent to not P or Q. Material implication is a powerful rule of replacement because you see there is a change, no, in the connectives. From implication, it becomes a disjunction. Madali namang tandaan kasi implication. So, one is an implication transformed into a disjunction. So, the two are logically equivalent. Again, material implication, we have P implies Q, that is logically equivalent to not P or Q. And then we have number 8, material equivalence. So, P if and only if Q is logically equivalent to P implies Q and Q implies P, no? So, conjunction siya ng dalawang conditional. So, parang pinagpalit mo lang yung antecedent at yung consequent. So, again, P if and only if Q is logically equivalent to P implies Q and Q implies P, which is also logically equivalent to a disjunction of P and Q or not P and not Q. So, this time, disjunction naman siya ng dalawang conjunction, no? This time, negation siya. So, P and Q or not P and not Q. Okay, so that's the pattern. Number 9, we have exportation, again, which is a powerful rule because there is also a transformation of the connective. So, from conjunction, it becomes an implication. So, we have P and Q implies R being logically equivalent to P implies Q implies R, no? So, itong dalawa na to, ito magiging antecedent dito, no? Sa consequent dun sa kabila. So, again, exportation, we have P and Q implies R, that is logically equivalent to P implies Q implies R. And last but not the least, tautology, where P is logically equivalent to P or P, also logically equivalent to P and P. Okay, so let's have exercises on the use of the rule of replacement. So we shall try to identify, no, for each of the following arguments, we state the rule by which its conclusion follows from its premise. So the idea is for us to be able to see the pattern because in the previous rules that we discussed, yung mga forms ng mga rules na yon, yung P, Q ay variables yon. It could be anything. So ang skill na meron ka, dapat ma-identify kung ano yung values ng PQ sa argument na binibigay. For example, argument at hand. For example, we have not A implies B and C or not B. So, alin ba dyan si P, alin ba dyan si Q, at ano yung mga connectives na ginamit, no? Alright. So, you have not A implies B and C or not D. And that is equal to not A implies B, and therefore you have not D or C. And therefore we have this, I should say. So notice that we have the same, not A implies B, and there is a change here. So kung mapapansin nyo, nagpalit lang yung order, no, ng C at saka D. So you have initially C or not D is P or Q, where C is Q and not D is where C is P rather, and not D is RQ. Ito yung forma niya. Tapos, naging ganito siya. Diba yung Q, yung not D, tapos nandito na siya ngayon, Q or P. Okay? So, again, C or not D, logically equivalent to not D or C. And clearly, we have A, commutation, no? Pinagbalik lang natin yung order. Then we have not E or F and G or not H. Therefore, we have E implies F and G or not H. So, obviously, ito naman yung nagbago, no? From a disjunction, it becomes a conditional, no? So, as I mentioned earlier, this is a powerful rule which we call material implication. No? So, yun yung forma niya. Number 3, we have I implies not J or not K implies not L. Therefore, we have I implies not J or L implies K. So, ito hindi naman nabago. Ito yung nabago. Nagkapalit, no? But yung not L, naging L. And recall that L is equal to not L. Okay? So, we have the pattern not Q implies not P, logically equivalent to P implies Q. And clearly, that is an example of transposition. And then we have M implies not N or not O. And therefore, we have M implies not N and not O. So, we have this form, not P or Q, logically equivalent to not P and not Q, where our P is N and our Q is not O. Our Q is not O. And therefore, that is an example of De Morgan's. Then for number 5, we have P implies Q or R, or P implies Q or R. And therefore, we have P implies Q or R, which takes the form, no? P or P, logically equivalent to P. Clearly, this is an example of a tautology. For number 6, we have S and T and U logical implies, may I repeat that? S and T and U implies V if and only if, not W. And therefore, we have S and T and U implying V if and only if, not W. So, obviously, nabago lang naman yung grouping, no? Yung grouping. And clearly, this is an example of an association. For number 7, we have X and Y implies Z implies A if and only if, not B. So, we have X implies Y implies Z implies A if and only if B. So, ito lang yung nabago, no? Ito yung part na to nabago, which can be seen, no, using this pattern. Clearly, this is an example of an exportation. And then for number 8, we have C and not D implies E if and only if, not F. And therefore, we have C and not D implying E and not F, or not E and not F, which takes this form, which is clearly an example of a material equivalence. Number 9, we have G or H and I or J, and therefore we have G or H and I, or G or H and J. So notice that this part has been distributed, no, to I and J, taking this form. And therefore, this is an example of a distribution. And then we have K and L implies M and N and O and P. Therefore, we have K and L implying M and O and N and P. So, you check which has been changed or replaced. Clearly, this part, no, has been changed. And what do you notice? We just exchange N and O, the order. And clearly, this is an example of a commutation. Oh, so that's it. I hope you are able to have a clearer understanding of the rule of replacement, and will have an enjoyable time on the use of the rule. Bye for now, class. See you when I see you. Stay safe and stay healthy.